Hey guys, it's Red Fiction to do another review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Green Lantern Corps issue 21. Yeah, so I just did a review of Green Lantern. As I said, I'm trying to get all the Green Lantern issues, so I'm just saying this is one of the books I got. Same guy who did Green Lantern wrote this book, Robert Vendetta. Different artwork. You can see that artwork that's different. Van Jessen, did terrible, I gotta say. Cover's not bad, but I'm just saying, oh my god, this artwork looks so cartoony. I would maybe like this if it was like a cartoon book, but it's just so like cartoonish, and it could have passed as a cartoon show. It just, oh my god, this is not even artwork. This is just crap. I'm just saying, story wasn't bad. Oh no, I gotta say this is my least favorite Green Lantern book so far. But I'm picking up the next issue because I want to see what they're talking about with Jon Stewart taking off the ring. But I'm still going to keep reading this book just because. But I felt like they really didn't need to put this issue out just because it was just kind of a bad idea, honestly. The entire book, whatever her name was, I always forget her name, like Serenity? No, Fatality. I think that's her name. Is like they're just talking about how they love each other, and then next thing you know, they gotta go save a planet, and that's what happens. And then next thing you know, after they save the planet, they get like new lanterns. They're just whole complicated. And like, if you're not a Jon Stewart fan, don't pick this book up because honestly, it's basically just all Jon Stewart. But if I remember correctly, one sec, I don't think it's true. Never mind. But I just felt like this book, I'm not going to really give this a proper review. I'm just saying it wasn't that good. I don't think you really should pick, well, if you're a Green Lantern fan, I think you'd maybe like this, but I honestly don't think it was that good of a book. It's like one of those like filler issues. Honestly, to me, it feels like a filler issue. It just wasn't one of those books you want to start out with. I don't think it was a good idea to start out with this book. It was just one of those things where you shouldn't start out with a book like this. Maybe you can put it out later, but I don't know. I don't think it would be a good place to start out. Like, you're a new creative team. You want to amaze. I'm just trying to move. You want to amaze them and want to keep them reading this book. That's not what they did. They just said, "Oh, we don't have anything else to write about, so here, just take this." You don't do that. You're making the fans want to not read this book. I was debating if I should just stop reading this right now. Like, I was reading it next week, and I'm like, what? And, like, I was in the middle of the book, I'm like, should I put this book down and just not touch it again? And, yeah, I was just debating if I should never touch this book again, but I decided I'm going to give it another shot just because I'm trying to get all the Green Lantern books. But I didn't really like this book. This book wasn't, like attention-grabbing. And it just was really boring. All they were talking about was, oh, what are we going to do now? The Green Lanterns are now, like, almost extinct. Well, no, not that. They were like, oh, what are we going to do now? Are we going to still love each other or whatever? It was so annoying. It was just stupid. It was, like, nothing. It was just one of those books that was a filler. And it was just, you didn't want to read this book. It was basically, it felt like I didn't read this book, but a lot of people said this book sucked. Green Lantern New Guardians Annual. Like, they said it was just a filler for Threshold, which I never wanted to pick up in the first place. But they said it was terrible, it was a waste of their money. This is what it was. I'm going to give this book a 1.5 out of 5. The reason I give this book a little more credit is because it's just that the cover is really cool. The story wasn't that bad. Well, it was pretty bad, but I'm just saying it was just one of those books where you see it going somewhere eventually. Like, for example, if you guys don't know the book Scarlet Spider, great book, but then again, there's times where, like, they have a good story arc, then they have a terrible story arc, and then they got another terrible story arc, and then they got the best story arc next time, and then they got a bad story arc, and then they got an amazing story arc, and then they're done, and then the next thing you know, they get the amazing story, because, for example, Minimum Carnage wasn't so good. I did a review of those on my channel. I said those were good, but then I reread them, and they weren't so good, and then I read the next story arc, wasn't bad, and then the next story arc was really cool. This one's actually really cool, too. I actually like this one, because I used to be a huge fan of the big kind of Spider-Man suit, which they put that in there now. So I'm excited to see that. It's really cool. So, yeah, so I'm just saying this book seems like it's going to go somewhere eventually. So, yeah, I felt like it's going to be a really good book eventually, but I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 5. So, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews. Make sure you guys go check out my Facebook page, link in the description below. Also, my Twitter page, link in the description below. Also, my blogger for news and reviews up there, and my Twitter page and Facebook page. I'll keep you guys updated on that 24/7. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.